If you're curious about the upcoming summer fads, let me recommend this one to you, Getting Offended, because it is all the rage these days. The best part is, it's easy and requires very little, if any, thought. Assuming the wrong gender, using the wrong pronouns, committing a microaggression, asking a question about microaggressions. There is literally nothing beyond the scope of offense, and the inevitable punishment that is sure to follow.
Believe it or not, jail right away.
I remember a particularly heated debate within the Virginia General Assembly, where I caused some offense. After listening to colleagues say that if we didn't vote for their gun control bill, we were on the side of terrorists, or being compared to segregationists, I thought this was a little much, so I proceeded to do what I was taught to when I believed something to be incorrect or wrong. I provided an argument. So for the next 7 minutes, I did just that, to include pointing out why I thought being compared to segregationists was intellectually dishonest and a wee bit disingenuous.
I just want to remind everyone someone very quickly. It was not our party that supported slavery, that fought women's suffrage, that rounded up tens of thousands of Asian Americans and put them in concentration camps, that supported Jim Crow, that supported segregation, or supported mass resistance.
That speech now going viral, topping 10.5 million views. Joining us right now is Virginia delegate and Army Special Forces veteran Nick Freitas.
If we want to have an open and honest debate, I am all for that. Let's do that. But it does start with a certain degree of mutual respect.
Needless to say, people got offended. In fact, delegates actually left the floor in tears. An entire caucus requested a 15-minute recess so members could gather their composure. And when they returned, they made it very clear how offended they were.
I have been offended as I can never recall since being a part of this body. And I have seen many of my colleagues emotionally shaken and bothered.
More and more offenses used as a weapon in which to turn away debate. What sort of offense do you think someone like me with 2 combat tours who has lost friends to terrorists thought about something like that?
Almost immediately, the press asked me if I would apologize. And when I asked them why I should, they said, well, given that they were so offended. You see, it was explained to me that because the offense was genuine, that apparently made it justified. Having said all this, let me introduce you to the real hero of this story. It was one of my colleagues who was genuinely offended by what I said. But unlike the others, he did something truly remarkable. He met with me and he asked me to explain what I meant and why I said what I did. He politely listened and then he shared his perspective. We didn't leave the conversation in agreement about the issue, but both of us were better informed about the other's perspective. He wasn't willing to allow offense to be a substitute for an argument, nor an excuse to not meet with someone that he disagreed with. And as a result, we were both better off for the exchange. Because offense, just like any other emotional reaction, is not bad in and of itself. Ultimately, it's an invitation to thought. And when we accept that invitation as a challenge to learn and understand, as opposed to getting angry and walking away, we are much better for it. I'm going to tell you what I think is the greatest threat to our freedom, and it's probably not the typical answer you get. Hi, my name is Nick Freitas. I'm a former Green Beret combat veteran with 2 tours in Iraq. I currently serve as a member of the Virginia House of Delegates, and I've had the opportunity to go all over the world to study different government, economic, and social systems. This has afforded me the chance to speak to thousands of people in person and millions of more online. I believe that the greatest threat to freedom is the rejection of the idea of objective truth. Experience has taught me that there are no shortage of people in power all over the world that will tell you whatever you want to hear in order to control and manipulate you, especially if they think it's for your own good. But here at the Y Minutes, what we're concerned about is the pursuit of truth. Not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. Getting to the bottom of why do we believe the things that we do. I want to thank you for watching to the end. You can learn more by clicking here or tap the screen to subscribe, and we look forward to pursuing the truth with you.